Howdy, hi. It is Do Your Job Sports WNBA picks and predictions for Saturday, May 31st, 2025. We are looking at the best bets of the day. Let's get into the video. All right, first things first, we have to recap the previous day's results in the WNBA. Really good day. We go 6-3, bringing our season record to just one game below 500, 41-42. We have a new person on the banned list. It is not even a player in the WNBA. It is a coach. Shout out to Stephanie White. You are the first ever coach that has been added to the ban list in the WNBA videos and in the college basketball videos. You suck at your job. All right, we're going to recap the games. Then we'll get on to the one game for tomorrow. Our first winner, we had the over 162.5. Connecticut Sun, Indiana Fever. This is why Stephanie White is on the ban list. Even without Caitlin Clark, you were a 12.5 point favorite at home to a winless Connecticut Sun team who I think would be beaten by a majority of Division II women's basketball teams. How do you lose this game? Stephanie White is a horrible coach. I don't understand how she's been touted as being one of the best coaches in the league despite not winning anything. She's awful. She doesn't know how to run an offense. Caitlin Clark does everything for this team. She brings in Colson to start the game again. She plays 8 minutes and then benches her for the rest of the game. She brings in Sophie Cunningham off the bench. She plays 27 minutes, goes 1 of 5 from the field with 2 turnovers. Horrible. DeWanna Bonner played less minutes than Sophie Cunningham. Then you had Aaliyah Boston go 8 of 10 from the field, had the most assists on the team by 3. You had Natasha Howard play 27, Lexi Hall play 34. I'm fine with Lexi Hall playing 34, but you cannot pair that with Sophie Cunningham playing 27. You have to give DeWanna Bonner those extra 5 minutes. Also, I don't mind Brianna Turner. She's good. She's 28. She knows how to play ball. The serious problem this team has is they don't have a backup guard who can legitimately facilitate an offense. Because obviously Colson wasn't showing anything promising. And then what? You have Kelsey Mitchell, who went 4 of 15 today, 0 of 4 from the field with 3 turnovers. This Fever team without Caitlin Clark is horrible. I put this down to poor planning from the coaching staff. You're relying on a second-year rookie in Caitlin Clark to carry your entire team. You don't have a backup guard that is suitable of running an offense. This team is awful without Caitlin. So, Stephanie White, you're on the ban list. I think her options of getting off of the ban list are the Fever have to beat a good basketball team. And let's see who they have coming up on the schedule. They play the Sky, the Drip. Dude, if they... Oh, no. Okay. They have the chance, the Fever do, to lose 4 games in a row to the Mystics, the Sun, the Mystics again, and then the Sky. Dude, they could legitimately be 2-6 at the end of next week. That would be egregious material from the Fever. But yeah, their next chance beating a good basketball team, Saturday, June 14th. I don't know if Caitlin Clark will be back for that game, but that is her next chance to get off of the ban list. So, Stephanie White, welcome to Arike Ogunbowale territory. Next game, we had the Liberty minus 8.5. Jonquel Jones did play. She put up an 14, 18, and 3 game. Ridiculous stat line from Jonquel. 18 rebounds. She is monumental for this team. She also had 2 blocks and 2 steals. She's a demon. She's a legitimate demon. You had Sabrina put up 28 points. Brianna Stewart didn't even play well. She only had 10 points, 3 of 10 from the field. The main story here is neither team could shoot the ball from deep. They combined 25% from three-point land, going 14 of 54. So that's why the over 157.5 didn't hit, as the final score was 85-63 for 147 points. 148 points. Math is hard. Next game, we had the Mercury plus 4.5 and the under 158.5. This was pretty much a no sweat the entire game. The Mercury probably should have won this thing outright, They had a 1-point halftime lead. They had a 5-point lead going into the final quarter. They then lose the final quarter by 8 points because they only score 13. Lynx moved to 6-0. They win this game 74-71. Nafisa Collier didn't even play. She was out with a knee injury. This was a Kayla McBride. This was a Courtney Williams and Alana Smith masterclass. Then you had Natisha Heidemann hit a corner three with about 5 seconds left on the clock off of a Phoenix Mercury turnover. They had shot clock turned off, the ball in their hands, dribbling down the court. They turn it over, and then Heidemann nails a corner three on an assist from Courtney Williams. Horrible loss for the Mercury. You cannot be dropping this game with no Collier on the Lynx. The Lynx are really good. I think them and the Liberty are the obvious 1-2 seeds in the league. Then we have to talk about the Aces because they put it on the Sparks. They win this game 96-81. Asia Wilson, masterclass. 35 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists, while also having 3 steals and 3 blocks. This is why she's the best player in the league. She's a demon. So our minus 8.5 cashes as they win by 15. Our over 164.5 cashes. The final score of this game totaling 177 points. Kelsey Plum, in her return game to Las Vegas, goes 6 of 19 from the field, 1 of 7 from deep. Not a fun day to be Kelsey Plum, as the Sparks now go to 2-5 on the season. They suck. This team is not very good. Also, Rakia Jackson didn't play in this game, so that doesn't help the team. Listed out for personal reasons. Don't know what's going on there, but okay. The Aces. I think this is where they're going to catch fire. You almost score 100 points against the person you traded for. This is probably going to end well for them. Their next game, they're at the Storm again. I'm going to be hammering the Aces on Sunday. Our 2 losers, we had the Mystics over 157.5. That was against the Liberty. Again, they shot, 25% from deep in that game. Final score 85-63. Excuse me. No chance of hitting an over when you're shooting 14 of 54 from deep. So that was dead from the get-go. This was brutal. Storm minus 3.5. Under 158.5. The under never stood a chance. This was a very high-scoring basketball game. But the Storm threw this game away. Final score, Atlanta Dream 94, Seattle 87. We got to have a talk about the Atlanta Dream. They're good. They're actually good at basketball. They've won 4 in a row. Granted, 3 of them were against the 3 worst teams in the league, with the Wings, the Sun, and the Sparks. Well, and the Sky and the Valkyries. There's a lot of bad teams in this league. But this was an impressive win. Brittany Griner did come back. She didn't actually do anything. She played 14 minutes. This was a 2-person game between Ryan Howard and Alicia Gray. They combined for 61 points and 7 assists. Ridiculous numbers. Ryan Howard drops 33, Alicia Gray with 28. They did it on 12 of 24 from the field and 8 of 15. Just absurd stats. Also, they did all of that, only 3 turnovers. 39 shots combined, 7 assists, 3 turnovers. That's very impressive. The Seattle Storm did at one point have a 17-point lead, so this was a choke. I mean, largest lead 17. You have an 11-point halftime lead. You then let them score 60 points in the second half. You lose the game by 7. Not a good day for Seattle. So that was a rough one, but that's how we go 6-3. Shout out Stephanie White, first ever coach on the ban list. You suck. All right, let's get on to the one game for tomorrow. All right, so now we're going to look at the only game for Saturday. It's the Sky and it's the Wings. I do have 2 player props listed. I don't have any actual numbers on these. If you want the numbers, again, Discord is in the description below. It's free to join. It will always be free. You just simply join. We talk about a bunch of different sports, what's going on. But I will drop these numbers when I get them. There's no player props out currently because people hate basketball. I don't know. But we'll discuss that and we'll get into the player props. So we just saw this game literally 2 nights ago. I'm going to take the Sky plus 1.5 and the over 173.5. Now, originally, I typed this entire thing out and I was going to back the Wings at home. But then we got news that Paige Beckers, she's going to be out for the next 2 games. She's in concussion protocol. So, Arike Gumbawale, you are going to be seeing her shoot the ball, I kid you not, probably 30 plus times in this game. The Sky won the previous meeting 97-92. They shot 47% from the field, 42% from deep. They won the offensive rebound battle. They won the turnover battle. You had great games from Ariel Atkins, Cardoso, Vandersloot, I think is now the Chicago Sky all-time leading scorer. I really think they have a better roster if Paige Beckers is not on the court. Now you could argue their scoring inconsistencies is a bit of a problem, but their size down low is a serious problem for every single team in the WNBA. Not many teams have a Camila Cardoso while also being paired with a 6'4" rebounding monster in Angel Reese. Then you add on top of that Vandersloot, who's one of the best offensive, I'd say, facilitators we have in the WNBA. It would appear as though they finally figured out how to use Ariel Atkins, so he's the only person who can really shoot on this team. They're not bad. Against majority of teams in the WNBA, they're going to lose. But against a Wings team without Paige Beckers, I will take them plus 1.5 all day. The Wings, they are going to have to rely on great games, and I am talking like 40-plus points from Arike Gumbawale. You're going to have a good game from Dejanay Carrington, and then Quinterly off the bench is probably going to have to take some of the guard ball-handling responsibility roles from Paige. I'm not really sure that's how that's going to look, because normally Quinterly only gets 5 minutes a game. So we might just have a fever situation with Caitlin Clark, where this team has no clue how to operate offensively. They just give the ball to Arike and say, here you go, Arike, shoot it 35 times and we'll see what the fuck is going to happen, which is most likely what is going to happen. It's what happened all of last year when they won 9 games. So do I want to back them here? Fuck no. They are going to get destroyed. Give me the Sky plus 1.5. Give me the over 173.5. All right, now we get to our player props. If I did not have Arike Gumbawale on the ban list, she would be on here. But I can't do that because if I did, there is no point of having a banned list. So I recommend you take Arike over points, rebounds, and assists. But personally, I cannot do that. I will be going with Dejanay Carrington, her points plus rebounds. Whatever that is over, I'll be taking it. Hopefully I can find a line on it. There's obviously none out now because it's the night before and Las Vegas hates the WNBA. But I'm hoping with Paige Beckers out, they give you more options other than just Arike. So with Paige Beckers out, someone's going to have to score the ball more and rebound. I think that's going to be Dejanay. She's mostly a defensive player for this team. But in the previous matchup against the Sky, she had a good stat line, so I think she can do it again. Then I'm going to go with Ariel Atkins for the Sky. She had a really good game in the first matchup, 17 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. With how fast-paced this game is going to be, she's going to be getting a lot of shots and rebounds and assists. Again, Paige Beckers normally slows the game down. That's how they played at UConn. She's a good facilitator. Arike don't do that. Arike will just run down the court, see the hoop, and throw it at it. There is no stopping Arike. She will shoot the ball 100 times. Ariel Atkins, she can get the rebounds. She can dribble it up the court. She can score. So give me Dejanay Carrington over points and rebounds. Give me Ariel Atkins over PRA. I'll try to drop those lines in the Discord tomorrow when I find them, but we'll see how that goes. All right, that's going to do it for me in this video. I appreciate you guys watching and tuning in, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.